Daddy. So we're going to be having lunch at the famous Iggy's Clam Bar and Doughboys on Oakland Beach in Rhode Island. So, haven't had full belly clams since I left Rhode Island about 20 years ago. Emily, come with your friends. Let the Rocky Point tradition, cause it's summertime again. Right, Boo?
Oh, no.
Okay, so we're at the entrance of the old Rocky Point Park. Back when I was a kid, this used to be a huge amusement park with rides. We used to spend every summer here riding the log ride, the roller coasters, the Ferris wheel. At this entrance, there used to be a huge sign going in, but unfortunately, when they closed in the 1990s, I believe 96 was the last year that it was open, they left all the buildings to be abandoned. They sold all the rides. Eventually, they took down the big entrance sign and they turned this into a state park and a walkway along the water. But we're going to go see how much we can explore of what might still be here and what might not be. This spot right here is the old saltwater pool. That big archway that they preserved, that used to actually be facing over the road as you drove in. The field right here used to be all full of rides back in the day. So one of the relics that's still here is the old Skyliner. Back in the day when I was a kid, this is what it used to look like. I used to go on this. The chairs never stopped. You used to have to sit down like, still going just like a ski lift. And up above where these trees were, this used to be all a beer garden where you can buy bottled beer, and they used to have a little restaurant down there. Up through there were all shops. And turn around, the Skyliner went all the way up into the woods, all the way up through there. I haven't been back here in a long time. I think during the summer, when it gets better weather, I'll have to go in exploring all throughout there. There's still all caves up and back here. I haven't been in these caves since I was a kid. We'll explore all these caves another day. It's probably been about 30 years since I've actually been in this area at all. But today's not the day to be exploring this. I've got people waiting on me. But I don't know if you can actually see. Well, there's more caves up back through there. So we're going to come back to this spot definitely on another day and explore all throughout these caves. It doesn't look to be all that steep. Looks like something I can climb. Don't know if I'll be able to climb those rocks up in that structure where the other turntable is. And then this would be the view that you would get going back down into the park. The only thing is, like I said, there would be all buildings all throughout there, and there would be all rides up through there as well. Now it's a little bit hard to tell, but as you used to ride this down, also the free fall would be off to the left. Up through the left over there would be the free fall, and then you would have the Ferris wheel a little bit further, but you used to get a nice view of the ocean as you ride down. Back when I was a kid, this was the spot to be every summer. This place was just loaded with rides, loaded with different vendors. And I'll put a link down into the description below of the commercials and videos that other people have posted of when this was a big amusement park back in its heyday. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame. Another one of my childhood memory spots up in Rhode Island is now gone. The old Rocky Point Park. Used to come here every summer In fact, my dad used to work for Owens Corning Fiberglass, and they used to shut the park down for 2 days. Fiberglass would have their outings here. All the rides would be open. For a little extra cost, you could eat at the Shore Dinner Hall, which no longer exists. Buildings back up through there. There was the Palladium, where I saw the band Pantera, and a couple other bands back on the Midway. Over by the Music Express was up that way. They used to have concerts just about every Friday night, and so I had some name bands that played here too, but I was mostly filming the local bands back then. Now we're driving in through the back area where the old batting cages used to be. Up to the left over here is where all the batting cages used to be. This is the other side where you enter through the Enterprise. So they still got the Skyliner.
Old sign.
Yeah, see, they still got the Skyliner. But the corks, right here where the yellow thing is, that's where the corkscrew roller coaster used to be. Then you had the yo-yo, which was the swings. You had your Enterprise over there. And then down over there was all your Shore Dinner Hall.
Where was the octopus ride?
The octopus would have been right, see that red tree? Right over there? That's where, well, actually it's called the Spider, but
the Spider.
Yeah, that's where the octopus or spider used to be. And then that sign,
the haunted house?
See that sign way down the distance behind the red tree? That's where the haunted house used to be.
The haunted house is
yeah.
Right there.
And then you had all your shops and...
Oh my God.
Yep. So coming up through here... And we got this fenced off now, but actually, wait a minute. Can you go actually drive down through there?
But it says come up. I see the arrows.
Handicap parking only. Okay, so that's all handicap parking. But right down through there is where the Shore Dinner Hall used to be. Right where this building is. And the Palladium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all
right
throughout.
Here.
Right up here.
Right.
And then this was a... this here was all parking in itself. Yep. So what do you think about your childhood from about 30 years ago? And this place closed in 96. And actually, from what I read on the sign,
the year we got married.
1998 was the last year the haunted house ride actually operated, because they used to have
20 years this year.
They used to have Halloween themed ride through there in haunted house on Halloween.
It's just surreal.
Yep. This is all that's left of our childhood playground at Rocky Point.